Hi guys, I'm TanaCae, and today I want to talk to you guys about yet another thing that I do every single day that has empowered me to take charge of my life and live my bliss, and that's listening to audio. I have been listening to audio for quite a long time. I got first introduced to audio listening to Louise Hay and Dr. Wayne Dyer, and I would listen to them all day long. Listen to them in my car. I drove a lot at that point, and I would just constantly fill my mind with awesome stuff. And I did that originally because some of you guys might have heard my story about getting sick or whatever, I started having migraines and I ended up in the hospital and became agoraphobic and couldn't leave my house. Well, the kind of migraines that I am prone to come with something called an aura or a visual hallucination, and eye stress, eye strain can trigger those kinds of migraines. And so I started listening to audio because I wanted to do all this personal development stuff. I wanted to learn and I wanted to read, but I really didn't want to strain my eyes. So I started buying CDs instead of buying books, and it was a lot easier for me as well. Like, listening to audio is, it's easy. You just pop a earbud in your ear and you go jogging, or you work, or you do whatever you're doing throughout the day. You cook or you drive or whatever, and it's just really easy. It's a really easy way to allow yourself to gather more information. And so, when I first started doing it, and I was listening to, The Secrets of the Power of Intention and 101 Power Thoughts and things like that, I seen my life absolutely transform. I had been reading for a long time at that point, and, you kind of pick up a book and you read it and you set it down, and that's powerful too. That's something else that I do every single day. But listening to the audio, even if you're like zoning out and you're not paying attention for a minute, when I start to zone out, when I start to zone out, that's my trigger to really focus in, because for me, that's like my subconscious telling me there's something that's really powerful and transformational that's about to be said. So pay attention. But even if you do zone out, even if you're not, really paying attention consciously, whatever you're listening to, whatever, you're hearing is going in subconsciously anyways. So you're still absorbing the information. That's why so many people listen to audio while they sleep at night. It's still so very powerful. So I told you what I used to listen to, and now I want to tell you what I do listen to now. Primarily, every morning when I'm taking a bath, I like baths, I don't really dig showers too much, but every morning when I'm taking a bath and when I'm working out, I listen to Inner Circle audio. And what is Inner Circle audio? Well, I'm a part of this system called Empower Network, and in Empower Network, we have an inner circle, and in the inner circle, there are audios, and they are powerful, transformational, just little gold nuggets in an hour or two long segments that are just mind-altering, paradigm-shifting, paradigm-shattering little pieces of audio, and I listen to those every single day. It's one of our 8 core commitments in Empower Network, and I'll probably tell you a couple more of those in some other videos, but I don't want to give everything away. But the Inner Circle is powerful. So if you're watching this and you are in Empower Network and you haven't upgraded to the Inner Circle, go ahead and grab that. And if you're not in Empower Network and you really want to empower yourself and, grow and develop yourself personally, I would recommend clicking the link below getting in, upgrading to the inner circle, and listening to these audios every single day, they're so powerful. I really can't even explain how powerful they are unless you listen to them. You'll really start to understand. But that is one of the audios that I listen to every day, and there's tons and tons and tons of different ones in there. I said I read every day, and I do, quote unquote, partake in a book every day. But like I said, I don't like to strain my eyes. It's just something that I'm super sensitive about. And another one of the core commitments, 8 core concepts, commitments, commandments, as some people call them, is to read every day. And I think that that's for a couple different reasons. I think because when you're listening to something, and your brain doesn't know the difference between you listening to a recording or listening to something that's actually somebody actually speaking directly in your ear. So that's really powerful. But I think that listening to audio and visually reading something are probably affect your brain and affect your life in 2 different ways. But like I said, I don't like to strain my eyes, so when there are days when I feel like it's going to be more optimal for me to listen to 2 different audios, I will listen to 2 different audios. And I think that, when the 8 core commitments, the commitment to listening to audio, I think I take that as listening to Inner Circle and Power Network audio. Does everybody? I don't know. Listening to any kind of audio, any kind of personal development audio, any kind of, anything that you're trying to learn about, listening to that on audio is obviously going to be super powerful. But I take that as listening to Inner Circle audio. When I read or when I listen to other audio, I count that as my time for reading for the day. And I was going to do maybe I'll still do another video on reading because, I've read tons and tons of books, and I think that I want to share some of the books that I've read with you guys. But one of the audios that I'm listening to right now is Psycho-Cybernetics, and that is mind-blowing. Like, I haven't even gotten through it all yet, and I still go back and re-listen and go back and re-listen because I want to absorb every second of information on that audiobook. And I personally discovered that for free on YouTube. So YouTube that if you want to find it. And that's just super powerful. Like I said, listening to audios completely changed my life from the beginning when I first started doing it. My life just synced up, synchronistically. Everything in my life just lined up when I started listening to audio. And then I had done it, I completed those audiobooks that I was listening to, and I stopped doing it because I was like, well, I already know that information, and I stopped growing, and my life fell into this just slump. So I absolutely know that listening to audios every single day is amazing and powerful, and I hope you guys start to do it as my challenge to you. Tons of free stuff on the internet, and Power Network stuff is super, super powerful. So if you want to learn anything about that, click the link below, hook up with me, and we'll talk about it. Love you guys. Have a blessed and beautiful day.